Hello and good day to everybody. I don't know how you are feeling these days, but the month of March has been very special for all of us. All of us, because we were sent perhaps in quarantine. We have to keep our social distances. We have to wash our hands, disinfect, and this is repeated to us every day, telling us really very clearly the danger of this virus, the aggressivity of this virus in spreading around and getting around. And social distance is a way of preventing it. We were all taken by surprise, and we are all rushing home to be able to live together, to be together. The schools were closed and closed for an undetermined date. What are we going to do? Everybody is on almost lockdown. This is our Lenten season, I would say our worldwide Lenten season, sending us into a reflection and a reality that is very challenging for all of us. As the schools are closed, that means the children are at home. And if you're working at home, that means that your office is somewhere in some corner of the house where you hope there is no noise, no dog, no barking, no fighting with the kids. No yelling. What an experience. Of course, this is creating tense and anxiety in each and one of us. But I hope that we are also looking to the horizon. We are looking to the horizon that is before us and realizing that Christ is with us. Did we open our homes to this prayer life? Did we open our homes to a time of reflection, a time of prayer, a time of calm in all this tumult of activities and actions that are going on? It is not the same anymore. It will not be the same afterwards neither. That is what Lenten season is all about, is it calling us to change our attitude, to change our way of living, being more conscious of our children as they're with you all the time. There's no school to send them. There's no home care to put them in. There is but home. Perhaps helping us to recreate the family life, recreate why we got married, why we had children, and how do we live with our children at all times, being inventive. Going back to traditional things, as a lady was saying on TV the other day. I want to go back to traditional things, doing some baking, cleaning the house, not with a vacuum, with the broom, doing simple chores that they used to do in the olden days that seem to take more time. That is changing our life. And as we are going to come to the end of this whole virus business, if you want to call it that way, we're going to be changed. We're going to have a different attitude towards one another. And what is the resurrection that is coming up from it? What is the resurrection that can come up from it? A deeper family life. A more considerate mind of thinking of those who are alone, like your parents and the children's grandparents who are in some parts of Canada or in another city or even in another building for that matter, and you are not able to visit them. How are you going to create this new relationship with them? Via the phone, via the Skype, Instagram, or whatever kind of modern way we have of communicating one another. We would like to see the face of the other person. We would like to see and hear the voice of the other person. And more than ever, probably we want to say, I love you. Because we do feel alone. We do feel a little bit abandoned. But we have to create that resurrection, that new life of communicating with one another. Communicating with one another, because that's what Easter is all about. It's giving the good news that we are the beloveds. We are loved, and we are called to love more than before. At a distance. That's what the thing is more difficult. It's at a distance. not touching one another, just looking at one another in our eyes as we are on Skype or Instagram or YouTube and WhatTube. It's an opportunity for that reinvention, that resurrection that brought new life of being more considerate to those around us. An opportunity to offer our services to those who are alone. Be it to bring their groceries, to get their pills, or even, still can say, even shoveling their driveway, even though they're not going to move. They too are in quarantine. A society of being in quarantine, in deep reflection on ourselves, in our relationship with others, and finding new ways, an opportunity of creativity, an opportunity of growth, an opportunity of bringing new life that we will begin now and hopefully will continue afterwards. After Easter, we continue learning how the church began. It didn't start with bing and bangs and films and all that big glorious stuff. It started very small. It started very small with the first apostles who were frightened of their own shadow. But with the gift of the Spirit, they went out. We are all given that gift of the Spirit to go out, to reach out. Reach out in a different way. Reach out to perhaps help us understand that it is not a reaching out only a physical way, but a spiritual reaching out. Acknowledging my poverty as a person, I need others, and they need me. So grandparents, don't just say, well, I need my children. Your children need you, and they love you. And for you parents who are stressed out, perhaps to the end of the board, go for a walk. Go for a walk outside and take some fresh air. And come back loving your children more. They're your children. So our houses have to become not only an address, our houses have to become more than just a house on the street, but it has to become a home. Welcoming, first of all, to your children and to one another. Welcoming to that new reality in which we live. That is Easter. That is the way of the cross. That is the resurrection. And that is the beginning of a new life, just like the church did after the resurrection. For the Spirit of the Lord is upon us. The Spirit of the Lord is with us. The Spirit of the Lord will lead us, for it is not a spirit of fear, of anxiety that he has given to us, but one of freedom and of joy. One of joy to bring to others. Bring to others. So use your phone, use your Facebook, use your FaceTime, use your Instagram, use your Skype, use whatever you can to communicate to others outside and live better within the walls of your homes. The life and family life you have opted for. Not thinking that it would come to this, but making the best of it, transforming, changing, so that you can have a new life to offer to your children in the days to come. So wishing you all a good month. Wishing you all a happy Easter. Not the same. Will not be the same. No religious services will be public. All private. But you can watch us. You can watch us on your computer, on your iPad. We want to be united with you. We haven't abandoned you. More than ever, perhaps, we are praying for you. More than ever, we are thinking of you. More than ever, we hope that we are united with you in prayer. Thank you.